Over the past year, we've had 3 major storms that have devastated our home.
First, there was Hurricane Irene.
Flooding and widespread power outages kept crews busy.
Then there was Tropical Storm Lee. Then Hurricane Sandy was relentless.
We may go through the rest of our lifetime without seeing a situation like this.
During all of these storms, we lost power for 7 to 8 days.
When the power goes out, the sub pump then does not work, so then the family room floods.
Unbelievable.
There's no worse feeling than not knowing what to do to protect your family from the next catastrophe.
Catastrophes can happen to anyone.
This thing got trashed.
It's our job to come in and fix the problem.
All right, let's roll.
Whatever it may be. We clean up.
Somebody give him a hug.
We rebuild.
We need the empty buckets out.
We redecorate
I want to see dimension up there.
and literally help homeowners rise from the rubble.
Whoa!
To be able to help people and get their lives back together,
It's perfect.
So gorgeous.
it's the best part of our business.
Look how pretty this is.
Beautiful countryside.
It is. Look at all the old barns.
We're on our way to Andrew and Michelle's house, and we're in Kutztown, Pennsylvania. It's a lot of character. This whole area has a lot of character. Yeah, what's crazy is they're getting whacked with hurricane after hurricane, and this isn't exactly close to the coast. So,
Hurricanes are 500 miles thick sometimes.
Michelle and Andrew have been hit by 2 hurricanes and a tropical storm in the past year. So they keep getting water infiltration every time there's a storm, on top of losing power.
Look where they live. They live in the middle of nowhere. When their power goes down, it's probably down for days or weeks.
That's a trade-off, though. Views like this, living out here in the country, great place to raise a family. You're going to have some trade-offs like that. Oh, she looks like she's pregnant or been eating a lot.
Hi, Andrew. Hello. Michelle, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you.
Hello.
Andrew, Michelle, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now, how far along?
We're 6.5 months.
Boy or girl?
It's a boy.
Awesome.
Tell us about what you guys got going on inside.
These big storms came over and gave us more rain than we've ever had here. The power got knocked out and the water just kept rising. And it kept rising and we couldn't get rid of the water. It just came in so fast. We just finished the basement about maybe a week before and
Of course.
that's how it works.
Yes.
And we had to tear everything up.
Michelle and Andrew spent a ton of time on their house. Just as they finish, they get hit with the hurricane, bam, it's flooded, it's underwater.
So this is ground zero. This is where it all went down. We're standing where there used to be about 6 inches of water right here. We didn't have power for the sump pump. We were bailing out with buckets. We had no way of getting rid of the water.
You can see over here, the water just sitting and the damage. How long did the water sit in here?
The water sat in here for about a week, 9 days before we could take care of it. We had to rip the drywall off, rip the insulation out just to prevent the mold.
You guys were going to use this space as your family room.
Yeah.
That's right. We were gonna use it.
Yeah.
It's very obvious how bad the damage is. Then I look up and see that it's equally damaged above.
Because of all the water, the weakening of that wall has made the ceiling sag, and I don't think you can really see it unless you look.
Oh, you can see it.
Yeah.
You can see it. I mean, look at all the cracks, look at it sag. I'm so glad we're here. A baby on the way, very dangerous situation to bring the baby down in this family room. So what's above this?
That's our kitchen. It's directly above us.
Whoa. Look at this. We walk upstairs to the kitchen, and I'm blown away. The floor is sagging significantly. You can actually see the drop from one side of the kitchen to the other. Look at that.
Wow. Watch out,
Look
you might
at
get
that.
soaked there.
Yeah, who needs a level when you got a glass of water? This leg is, what, a good 3-4 inches higher than this leg.
Well, it was very hard to measure pancakes in the morning when the batter was spilling over the top. This floor is not safe. It's dipping down. It's all out of whack here. And we just want to make it safe for when the baby comes. As a husband, as a soon-to-be dad, I expect to be able to take care of my house. And we're noticing that it's getting softer on this side. We can hear the creaks and the moans a little bit more. And I can't fix it on my own.
You guys relax, get it out of your mind. We're gonna take care of this.
Andrew and Michelle really deserve this. Not only have they lived through 3 major storms, but they're starting a new family.
You take care of the baby, we'll take care of the house.
Yeah, exactly. He's a high school teacher, does a ton for the community. These folks deserve this.
We'll see you in a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Drive safe.
See you guys.
Let's get some gloves on and a mask, and let's try to get the insulation out of here first.
Enzo,
Yes.
this is wet right now.
We're gonna fix the water damage in the family room and make it beautiful. Also, we're gonna level the kitchen floors and remodel that space too.
You know, that insulation just acts as a barrier. It's probably been wet for weeks.
It's wet back here behind the stove, too. I don't think we're going to be able to salvage this.
Well, that's our only heat source down here right now.
Well, it was their only heat source. That's pretty heavy. Uh-oh. We lost a lot of wood.
Did you guys not think that maybe it was full of pellets? Now we got a lot of housekeeping to do.
Wow, that looks like that new kitty litter they use. The walls are what worry me. If we can get the sheetrock down, we can get a close look behind there, see what the situation is. Something's causing this to sag. Hey, hold it. We got a problem. This beam's overspanned.
Yeah, the beam is overspanned, which means we've got too long of an area with no support. These beams are gonna need to be replaced so we've got better support, and then this sagging ceiling is not gonna be an issue anymore. We came in for some water damage. It's a good thing that we did come in when we did, because Andrew and Michelle could have had an even bigger catastrophe on their hands.
That kitchen floor was about to collapse into the family room.
Well, what it's gonna take is a couple of beams here and here, and one heck of a construction crew.
Yeah, the beam is overspanned, which means we've got too long of an area with no support.
Well, what it's gonna take is a couple of beams.
Here it comes.
Here it comes.
Now we got some wood.
Yeah. And one heck of a construction crew.
Welcome.
Reinforcements.
We got a great group of young Amish guys who are master carpenters.
See up in the kitchen, what are we having for dinner?
Perfect. Do we have the water disconnected on this thing, too? You got it. All right.
Look at that.
Wow.
We would have had a cooked kitchen. We're pulling apart the kitchen, and we move the refrigerator, and what do we see? These big burn marks in the vinyl. It melted all the way through.
These motors, they run hot anyway to begin with. And then when you have dust and dirt all around it, it gets them even hotter.
Not only that, if it was sitting right up against this wall, it had no way for air to get up into it and create any sort of return. You need to keep the refrigerator about 3 inches off the back wall. It encourages airflow so the motor does not overheat, and also you won't crimp your water line.
Oh my goodness, this could have been a fire.
Could have been a fire for sure.
Yep, there you go.
There.
Swing, swing.
Go!
Steel beam we're gonna get put in place next, which is going to give us the platform that we need to jack the floors to make it level.
What do you think, Chip?
Yeah, I think I'd rather be down there working the jack.
I'm glad I brushed my teeth today, Chip.
Trying to get the temp beam in place so that way we could hold it so the new LVL beam is gonna go up. Right now, we've essentially got a good part of the house being held up by a couple of jacks.
Oh my God.
Get that 2x6 in one. Hey, stop that.
We're putting in a new LVL beam, which is laminated veneer lumber. It's much stronger than what was there before, and we can properly support the weight of the kitchen.
She's good.
All right.
Now the ceiling is much stronger, and Andrew and Michelle's kitchen will actually stay on the second floor. New beams up. New beams up. Come on. What? Come, give me some love, because the new beam is up!
Subfloor, we don't have to do anything to.
Are we level yet?
I don't know. Hey, let's check.
Who's got a level?
Where's the level at? Yeah, I think we're pretty close to level.
That means that whatever they're doing downstairs.
It's working.
Hey, you guys down there.
Yo!
Hey, can you see me?
Yeah.
All right, so how close
Hey, by the way,
are
guys,
we?
really? It looks great up here. It's real level.
Gratifying to know that all the work that we did down here corrected that problem up there in the kitchen. So it wasn't glamorous, but it was worth it. Today's the beginning of the second day. We've got a huge list. We've got to finish framing, start to hang sheetrock, get wiring roughed in. Kitchen is a continuous process. We've got so much on our plates today. The list, it's huge.
You guys ready for the beam? We're ready. I don't think this house is going anywhere.
The new LVL's up, framing's finished.
Would you like fries with that order?
I'll have a number 2 double cheese, please. We're ready to take the temp steel frame out of here and actually continue construction. And the house is still standing. Check it out.
Stronger than ever.
Is that part of the culprit?
Well, yes and no. The family room is in the lower level of the house, the same level as where the sump pump is. So when the power goes out, so does the sump pump, leaving the water to come in. Good idea to have a sub pit here to pick up any of the groundwater. However, it's not working. It's too high. It's the wrong kind of pump. The hole's too small. The sad thing is, even with the electricity being on, the pump did not work. It's not taking on any water. I don't even know what it's even doing down there. We're gonna have to lower the hole, make the hole bigger.
Okay.
We should be from the ground level about another 27 inches deeper here.
Okay.
We're gonna see if we can move this over a little bit, because we gotta enlarge this hole. Do you see a way for these things to pop off, Carrie? They should just pop right off.
Tell us about what you guys got going on inside.
These big storms came over and gave us more rain than we've ever had here. We didn't have power for the sump pump. We were bailing out with buckets.
It's not working. It's too high. It's the wrong kind of pump. Do you see a way for these things to pop off, Carrie? There we go.
So is the water off?
Water's off now.
You mean that little red
This little
flange?
red, this little red was not working. We gotta shut it off over there. This is not working either.
Thanks.
I didn't mean that
I was
one.
thirsty.
I hope you were. I think we should probably replace this shut-off valve too.
You think?
I don't think it worked.
I feel great. This is a huge day. This is hump day for us. I mean, this is one of the toughest days we face. There's none left. This is when we get a lot done. We pull together as a team, and we really do our best work. Important thing, the tools will quit, but we won't.
You gotta do what you gotta do to get
We
it done.
won't, right, bro?
Yeah.
Got the pit already dug.
Yep.
We'll insert the crock in a minute. To do this right, we're gonna get Michelle and Andrew a new sump pump with a battery backup pump to go along with it. With these battery backup systems, we have to put our own battery acid in the batteries because that's the way they sell them.
All right.
This is very explosive. These fumes around a spark, I mean, you would never want to plug this in the wall and fill it up with battery acid. Our team, this is not about coming in and cleaning up. It's about prevention, and that's what we're doing today. So we're gonna set this down in here.
Okay.
Alrighty. All we have to do now is connect the outlet to the inlet.
Great.
I'm at the high school where Andrew teaches. I'm pretty excited. He teaches astronomy and meteorology. I'm taking a special little trip, do something nice for Andrew and his students. Hey, how you doing? How are you? Michelle's meeting me too. She's in on the surprise for Andrew.
Full layers of, oh my goodness. What are you guys doing here?
A little surprise for you.
Oh my goodness, get out of here.
Hey, we know you have a lot of storms here, and you guys go through a lot. You just had, what, 3 big ones? Brought you a little something. It's a NOAA radio, so you can tell when a storm's coming now. It will hook up to your computer, runs on batteries, or it's solar-driven, AM, FM, it has a police band. You can charge your cell phone on it.
Yeah.
But not in class.
Yeah, not in class. I think the radios are fantastic. I think that this is a tool that people can use, you know, when the power goes out. They don't have a connection to the outside world, and it's very important to know, what is happening. This will keep people connected. Can we say thank you, everybody?
Okay, kids, lunchtime. Lunchtime, let's go.
This blew me away, and cannot wait to see, what is happening right now at our house.
I want to take this hill down up here. Clearly, the water's coming down the hill. and cascading towards the house. One of the main reasons that Andrew's and Michelle's house keeps flooding is all the water from the valley and the hills are pitched right towards their house. We got to redirect this water, head towards the valley here into the low points. Your first line of defense against any kind of water damage is grading. This is a natural swale here, and the water will just go right out to where it needs to be. All right. We're 3 inches high here already. This is 1 inch high, believe it or not. There's a 2-inch hill here we have to cut down.
So actually, most of the work's going to be on this side.
You like your new toy?
I love my new toys. So we're gonna get a backhoe in here. We're gonna take off some of the high spots.
You're fine. You're not hitting pipe. Grading looks good. Follow it back.
We're gonna pitch this water towards the natural ravine, where it's out here where water will find its way back to the sewers.
The worst of it is definitely right around the wall. We have a ton of stuff to do today. Not a lot of daylight left, so we've got to get moving. We've got to get this all done fast.
Wow.
Yeah, we still got a lot of work to do today.
Oh, man. Wow, I'm a little overwhelmed here. We were just going to address a small area, but as you can see, it hasn't happened.
Well, you know, the scope kind of took a mind of its own and grew.
The grade on this was so bad, so uneven, that the small job turned into medium job, turned into large job.
Like anything else in this house, we were gonna just do a little bit of grading, but as we uncovered things, one thing led to another, and now we have to replace the whole driveway. One thing led to another, and now we have to replace the whole driveway.
The most important thing is water's going to be running away from the house, not in it.
Start digging.
I feel great about what we did in that driveway. We went way above and beyond. There's not going to be any water issues by that house anymore.
Thanks, Joe.
You want to put a couple pieces down, see how it looks?
I do.
One thing, you're not going to have any water in here.
They won't have any problems with this whatsoever.
Wow, that is cool. So it just peels and sticks.
Peels and sticks. Really, you won't even be able to tell that it's vinyl.
Hey, Carrie, countertops are here.
Oh, yeah. This is soapstone. It is so pretty. I mean, it's a really different look. We've taken care of all the structural issues, and now we're finishing up the final touches.
Gary, can I push?
Yeah, go ahead.
Straight, straight, straight.
Go,
Straight.
I'm really excited. We're installing a generator. When their power kicks off and their days and days without electricity, that means they have their refrigerator, their TV, their washer and dryer, all the comforts of home.
We have a generator.
Let's check what's under this hood.
But more importantly, we have a child coming into this house. You can't play with your baby in the dark. You're gonna throw him up and try to catch him in the dark. Boom, it's not gonna work.
Power forever.
Pretty state of the art.
There will not be any more dark nights.
Unless you want them to be.
Unless you want them to be. Here they are.
Andrew and Michelle are coming home today. This is what we all waited for. This is the big moment. We're psyched.
Oh my goodness, what could we possibly see? Are you ready for this?
We have been in a hotel room. I'm like a caged animal in there. I just want to get home. I'm very excited. Hi, everyone. Oh, my goodness. Wow. All right.
Okay.
Welcome home. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Andrew,
Hey, Joe.
excited?
I'm so excited. I cannot even bear it right now.
I know.
Want to go check out the inside?
Yes.
Hey, it's
Very, very bad.
Look.
Oh, my goodness.
What?
Wow. Is this the same house?
This is not the same room. Oh my gosh.
This looks amazing. This is fantastic. Oh, wow.
Wow.
This is quite a family room right here. This is awesome.
We put in a brand new beam here.
Oh, wow.
Put in another brand new beam up here. Structurally, this place is as sound as it's ever been. Actually, probably more.
Yeah, it feels that way.
This whole setup is going to create a safe, comfortable area where our family can live.
Cool thing about this floor, waterproof, and the fireplace. Backup heating for you both.
That's amazing.
Go ahead and hit that button.
Let there be light.
Unbelievable.
Why don't we go check out the new floors that we've done upstairs? Because we've had to do a little repair up on those floors.
There's more?
There's more.
There's more.
Oh my goodness, this is amazing.
Is this the same kitchen?
Wow.
My heart is like pounding and the floor is level.
If the storm ever were to come back, and then all of a sudden there was a lot of unwanted lightning, and the lights went out.
Oh no. What was that? Something just started up.
A second. All right. So.
Oh no way.
No way.
So, you've got a backup generator to run the house, so you guys are never gonna be left in the dark again.
The whole house is hooked up to a backup generator?
Yeah. So you guys are never gonna be without power again. Okay.
To see Michelle happy, glowing with our baby is very emotional.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. It just is like, it's just amazing. It's really beautiful. It's amazing. It's far surpassed any expectation I would have ever had. With a baby coming very soon, it's even more important for us to have a safe house. We feel very lucky and very fortunate. It's just been the most amazing experience.